So, new season, season of the arrivals is here, season 11 of Destiny 2, and this season is looking like it's gonna be kind of a transition between what we've been doing all this time and the actual arrival of the darkness into our solar system. So I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of my first thoughts on the season of the arrivals now that we have been playing it for about almost 3 weeks, and with everything we know so far, I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of my thoughts on the new season. Firstly, I want to speak about the season. As soon as you start the season, you will be encountered with the actual story, so you will have to do a bit of a story. There is going to be a bit of a story between, it seems like in the future we're gonna have the story with Beyond Light on the new expansion on Destiny, which is gonna be on the actual 22nd of September. That new season, that new expansion will be centered between No Time to Explain, the lady that gave us the stranger that kind of like give us the weapon on Destiny 1, which we get to see again. And then we have a bit of a Erismon Drifter kind of story going on there. We don't know if they're gonna be like good guys or they're gonna be like bad guys or something, but Erismon has to go and investigate, and she's kind of doing her thing on her own as usual. So basically we get presented with a little bit of story, which I'm not going to be showing on the footage because I don't want to spoil this for anyone. But the story is shaping up very, very nicely. There is quite a few things that happen during the story, and we get to see it's kind of like Sabathun. We all heard of Sabathun, and there is a lot of things going on, and they're all kind of connected. And yes, it's kind of like between Zavala, between Drifter, and a little bit of Erismon as well, which is nice to see. It's nice to see the story on Destiny moving forward. And as I said before, this story is shaping up for what is to come on Beyond Light on the new expansion. So after the story, you get presented with a couple of destinations where you have the new destination, not the new destination, but the new activity, which is the next thing on Destiny, is called Contact, which is like a public event. It's not really a public event, but it's kind of centered. It's like a real activity, like we all know Escalation Protocol. It's very, very similar to Escalation Protocol, which is like a public event going on in the same on Io and on Titan. It just changes, rotates between the two destinations. And basically what's gonna happen is you're gonna have like a bunker, like the actual Gambit. So it's basically very similar to Gambit. So it's basically the bunker, the bank in the middle, where you deposit the motes, you kill the enemies, you grab the motes, you deposit the motes onto your bank, and that's about it. End of story. That's how basically the encounter works. So getting more into detail with this, so basically it's the triangle ships, the Dorito ships, however you want to call it. They are arriving onto those two destinations, and this is the darkness, our first contact with the darkness, where they're going to be arriving. And basically what we're doing is pushing them back, as we have to defend those destinations. So what's going to happen is you kill a series of enemies. They usually like have Vex, or you got the Taken as well. You also have Thralls. So basically you kill them and you grab those modes, you fill it up. You have 4 different rounds. On those 4 rounds, you're going to be fighting enemies. After each round, you're going to face like a series of like in Gambit Prime, where you get some enemies. If you get more like 2 enemies or more, they will start like leeching your actual bank. So basically it's the same thing, same mechanic. When you get 2 or more enemies like reaching to the middle between rounds, so basically they're going to be like kind of like leeching your bank. You have to kill them fast enough, and then when you kill them, you're gonna be progressing towards the next round. And after you finish the fourth round, if you finish the 4 rounds fast enough, what's gonna happen is you're gonna spawn a big boss, which is basically going to have like a mechanic. Some of the bosses have like 2 different like envoys, you know, quote unquote envoys. It's not really envoys, but they're gonna have like 2 kind of like witches around them. You have to kill the witches in order for you to do damage to the boss. Once you kill the witches, you do damage to the boss. You take a quarter of the health. The witches appear again, and basically the same thing over and over again until you kill the boss. All of this is obviously, as we all know, like escalation protocol with a timer. Everything is rotating with a timer. Other bosses, like each week will be like a different boss, and other bosses are basically with like a base where you have to kill the other enemies. You kill the other enemies, you kind of like this take over that base, and you can still you can again deal damage to that boss. This is basically the contact public event, which is very similar to the, like I said before, escalation protocol, but this time we are depositing modes in a bunker, which is all what we've seen before. Like I said, we kind of redoing everything that we've been doing up until now. It's basically more of what we've done up until now, and more, you know, banking and the modes and everything, which I'm already a little bit tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. But you know, this is shaping up to be the future of Destiny, and it's gonna be different. We're gonna get lots of quality of life improvements. So moving on, next thing I want to talk about is the new dungeon, which I have done already, and I will be showing some footage of the new dungeon in another video. I'm gonna be showing I'm gonna be basically doing a tutorial of the new dungeon for everyone, for all of you to see how to do it, and you can hopefully do it yourself as well. So basically, yeah, what we're gonna be doing on the dungeon is kind of like a surprise. We never thought we were going to get a dungeon within this season, but you know, I'll take it. It's a really good dungeon. It's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, and the design of it is just stunning. And I wish you guys can, you know, I hope you guys watch the video, you guys watch the tutorial, and just go and do it yourself, guys, because it is the best dungeon yet. I really like this dungeon more than any of the other 2 previous dungeons. There is the best looking one. The mechanics are good. It is challenging. It is good, and it's like really visually very good. It's absolutely gorgeous. So other than the dungeon, what's the mechanic this season? Well, the mechanic this season is very simple. It's what we've been doing all this time in the past on the previous season. So we have like a bunker, kind of like looking like where we have to go and deposit our materials, which are earned from the bounties from that bunker, which it's not a bunker, but it's basically where we go and visit you know, this place, and we pick up the bounties. We grab the bounties, we do the bounties, we exchange the bounties, we get the materials, we exchange the materials, and we level up the bunker. Basically what we've been doing all this time in the past. That new place is going to be in the tower. It's going to be right next to our lovely drifter. So basically you're gonna go and pick up all your bounties. You're gonna exchange, you're gonna do your bounties, exchange your bounties, get those materials, upgrade that bunker, and it's gonna give you like extra rewards, like we've done on the previous season on the bunkers on the different destinations, where we had to be upgrading the Rasputin to help us out with the darkness and, you know, create the defenses and all of that. So basically doing the same thing. You upgrade that bunker, kind of like you know, giving you extra rewards, extra, you know, umbral engrams. Umbral engrams is the new engrams for this season, and those umbral engrams can be exchanged or gear can be exchanged for weapons. We get to choose this time, which is different from the past. We get to choose what rewards are we going to get. We get to choose if we want the new weapons, if we want the previous weapons, or if we want the gear. So basically you get to choose what you're gonna get as a reward. There is a pool of like 6 different weapons, 5 different sets of gear, not sets of gear, so 5 different pieces of gear on each one of the rewards that you can choose. So you basically go and choose what you prefer. If you prefer the new weapons, or if you prefer the previous ones with the new stats, and then go grab them, exchange them, and level up your character. That's basically none of the previous stuff is gone. We still have the strikes, we still have the nightfalls. Everything has been upgraded though. The nightfalls have gone up by 20 power, so you basically, it's gone up together with our power. So our soft cap is now 1050, and the hard cap is gonna be 1060 with the end game gear. So other than that, you can go higher than 1060, obviously, because you can still level up your artifact, and you can get more and more rewards from your artifacts. The next, nice looking gear, which is the Daito gear, that drops only in the dungeon. That gear is absolutely stunning. I got my first couple of pieces already today, and I love it. I love it. The looks of it is absolutely amazing. Other than that, I think that's the whole season here. If you ask me what would you give to this season out of 10, I would say a 7, maybe a solid 7 at most out of 10. I don't think this, I just feel like this season I've been doing the same thing this season as I've been doing in the past. I'm gonna be doing the same over and over and over again. I just feel like this year we have been doing the same thing, and now it's starting to get very repetitive. It's been 9 months of doing the same thing in different places, but the same thing at the end of the day, which feels like the same kind of mechanics over and over again, which are starting to get a little bit repetitive after a while. So I really, don't get me wrong, I really love the game. I really loved, doing the new dungeon with people, with my friends, and having fun with it, and chasing the new power cap and everything. But it just, please, Bungie, we need to do something new. We need to, don't exchange materials for rewards on a bunker like place, which is my only complaint about this season. Other than that, we're shaping up really, really, really good to the new expansion, which is gonna be on the 22nd of September, Beyond Light. We got new secrets, we got new stuff, we got a new destination, we got loads of stuff going on already. If you don't know already, just go and visit my previous video about Destiny. We got the Destiny presentation where they explain Luke Smith and Mike Noseworthy go and explain what's going to happen in the future, what we're going to see, and what are the changes. We got loads of new quality of life changes, which are good. I like them. I am really looking forward to them, and I'm really looking forward to the new gear and the new weapons and everything else, because Beyond Light is looking absolutely amazing. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys like my review of this season on Destiny. Please comment or like down below if you like what you see, and just subscribe and click on the notifications button so you can stay up to date with the channel, with everything that we do here. And if you would like to know more and you would like to ask me any questions, just head over to mixer.com/LordValGaming. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And my community will welcome you to the channel, and we answer any of your questions. So I am your Destiny source on Mixer. I hope you guys like this video, and until next time, bye bye.